All right. For about the 8th time on the 9 o'clock docket, I am calling 2022 TR 3861, State of Kansas versus Anthony D. Davis. I have called him
Yes, that
repeatedly.
is me.
I have recalled him repeatedly since 9 a.m. when he was ordered to be here, and he has failed to answer. I've seen him pop a face on the
My
docket.
phone keeps
Do not,
dying.
Mr. Davis, you're out of order to interrupt. I'm not even sure if you're here now. I can only see eyebrows and a forehead. Are you on here?
I am, yes.
Mr. Davis, you need to surrender yourself to the sheriff because you failed to appear. We're on the record again in 22 TR 386.
Wow. From the very start, the judge's frustration is unmistakable. Imagine being called 8 times, then strolling in hours late. It sets the tone for everything that follows. A defendant who's been dodging accountability for years.
State of Kansas versus Anthony Davis, counsel appearing as before, Devin Canfield for the state, Darren Patterson for the defendant. The defendant now appears of his own accord at 11:30 after having been set on the 9 o'clock docket and having been called multiple times. Like I said, I think this is about the 8th time I called your case. I issued a bench warrant because you've had failures to appear before, Mr. Davis. You had a failure to appear. Well, you appeared August 8th to 23. You were ordered to be processed on $1,000 bond. Came back April 22nd, or you were supposed to come back April 2nd, 22nd. The jail told me you disobeyed my order of February 8th to be processed, and you failed to appear. You were arrested and told to be back here September 13th of 23. You failed to appear. You apparently were arrested and were told to reappear January 22nd of 24. You failed to appear. March 27, 2024, you were here. Attorney Darren Patterson was appointed, and you were told to be here June 3rd at 9 a.m. And I've called your case, like I said, this is probably the 8th time, and you would not answer. So at some point, you gave me no option but to issue a bench warrant and a no bond hold. Where are you at this moment?
The judge lays out Anani's record like a rap sheet. Missed court dates, ignored orders, bench warrants. This isn't some one-off mistake. It's a long-running pattern of defiance. And you can see the judge's patience wearing thin.
Mr. Davis?
I'm at home.
And where is home?
Wichita, Kansas.
And where in Wichita, Kansas?
Stratford Court.
Is there an apartment number to that?
No.
No lot number?
No.
This case is a 2022 case. You are accused of operating without liability insurance on your automobile, October 30th of 2022. And I've told you the history of the case.
Judge,
I'm just ready for this.
I apologize for interrupting, Judge. May I have a brief breakout room with him? I've never spoke to him. I would sure love to and get some information from him.
What are you doing, putting him in a breakout room?
Would that be allowed, Your Honor? I've never spoke to him, and I'd like to get some information from him.
Mr. Davis, that tank top you're wearing, what's it say in pink letters? Not what? Put your camera on your...
Not human.
Not human? Not human.
Yeah.
Do you think a tank top, a black tank top with hot pink letters saying not human is appropriate for court?
This part feels almost surreal. The defendant logs into court on Zoom wearing a tank top that literally reads, "Not human." It's bizarre and sad all at once. Like he has no grasp of just how serious the situation really is.
No, that's why I was more so face, head to shoulder ratio.
Have you contacted your attorney since the last hearing?
I have not. I was told I was going to get a call 2 weeks before court. I called and I've been leaving voicemails, but I have not talked to no one face to face or through phone before my 2 weeks of court, which I was told to, but I have not.
Was it Mr. Patterson's office that told you you'd get a call within 2 weeks of court?
Honestly, not for sure. I could tell you a number. You told me to call last time, and I was told that I would get a call back 2 weeks before my court date, which I have not got.
I would have told you to call Mr. Patterson's office as soon as court was over, but I wouldn't have told you you'd get a call back in 2 weeks before court.
When I had called, I was told that I was going to get a call 2 weeks before.
Mr. Davis, you cut out. I didn't hear you.
I'm sorry, what part did I cut out on?
You were cutting out, telling me again that you had 2 weeks. You were going to get a call 2 weeks before court. Well, I'm going to put you in a breakout room with your attorney if you can come back on here.
Okay.
Savannah, did you get the message I sent you?
Yes, she did. She's answering you right now.
Thank you. All right, back on the record in 22 TR 3861, State of Kansas versus Anthony D. Davis. Same parties as before. I see the defendant has now put on a t-shirt. What's this one saying? Teaching is my superpower. What's yours?
Yeah.
Are you a school teacher?
I'm currently an in-house nanny, but I was a preschool teacher.
All right, Mr. Patterson.
Your Honor, after talking with Mr. Davis, we would respectfully ask the court to consider withdrawing the warrant, allowing us to proceed. If the court does allow us to proceed, he would be entering a plea of guilty to the charge of no proof of insurance.
Why should I set the warrant aside? With all the failures to appear leading up to today, as well as today.
And Your Honor, I guess my position on that, Your Honor, would be that in these days of video Zoom, it's not uncommon that there are technical issues. Even the court at times has technical issues. Sounds like he had a technical issue this morning that caused this delay. He had started talking about phone, something about the phone going out on him. So he was not on here this morning because of technical issues. So we just asked the court to allow us to finish the case and I guess get this case over with so we can work on it.
His lawyer scrambles for damage control, blaming it all on technical issues. But let's be real, you don't miss court for 2 years because of Wi-Fi problems. The judge knows it. The prosecutor knows it. And deep down, so do we.
Some other stuff. Thank you.
And I'm supposed to ignore all the other times he's failed to appear? Have they been technical issues too?
Judge, I was just appointed in March. I have no idea what else has happened in the case before that.
And as an officer of the court, you're not vouching for his explanation why he didn't answer every time I called this morning, are you? You're just telling me what he said?
I cannot comment any of that, Judge. All I can.
Well,
Yeah.
Mr. Canfield, the state's position?
Your Honor, this is a case from 2022. I think in the interest of judicial economy, it would be best to get it done today, as I'm not convinced the defendant would be able to make it back without a no bond hold. So I would ask that we just take this up today and get it over with.
Ignore the fact that he's multiple times failed to appear before. Ignore what happened today. Ignore the fact that in 2 years I haven't been able to get this case resolved. And
Judge, I would, I guess, add that the court did go through the history of the case. The court did show that he did fail to appear numerous times previously. The court did take action on each of those by issuing bond forfeiture bench warrants. He apparently made bond on those, but the court did take action on those at that time, so that he did use best efforts to reappear here today on his bond.
well, I don't know if I can agree with that, but go ahead.
And he does now fully and completely appear by the video that is set up for court. And I don't know, we just ask court to consider allowing the case to be resolved here today.
He's had his hand up wanting to personally address the court. Mr. Patterson, do you want to have him do that or not?
I have instructed him through my advice to him has been, do not talk unless and until the court would ask him a direct question. So no, I'm not asking the court to just let him ask questions at this point.
All right. All right. Because the state is recommending that we proceed today, and only because the state is recommending it, I will set aside forfeiture bench warrant and the no bond hold, and we will proceed with this case. Mr. Patterson, how does your client want to plead to driving on the highways and roadways open to the public, Butler County, on November 30th, 2022, without insurance?
Your Honor, I would tell the court that at this time, Mr. Davis is going to enter a plea of guilty to the sole count of not providing proof of insurance on October 30, 2020.
Anthony finally enters a guilty plea, but watch how hesitant he is. He can't even recall what road he was on. It feels less like accountability and more like someone drifting through life, avoiding real responsibility.
All right, Mr. Davis, how do you plead to operating a motor vehicle on a highway or roadway open to the public in Butler County without proof of insurance on October 30th of 2022?
Guilty.
You're admitting you did do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what roadway were you operating on?
Honestly, it was so long ago, but thinking of the time, I know it was in Winfield, headed back home to Wichita, because I remember it being a dirt road.
And Judge, the citation says Highway 77, close to Southwest 120th Street.
Sounds about right.
You didn't have any insurance on this car you were driving?
No, Your Honor.
I accept your plea and find you guilty. Recommendations for sentencing?
Your Honor, the state would recommend a fine of $300, a 120-day underline, suspended for a 6-month court services probation, as well as any costs or fees.
Mr. Patterson?
Your Honor.
Recommendations?
Thank you, Judge. The only thing I would point out, Your Honor, is that I did run his driver's license status, and I would tell the court that he has on his driving record 1 speeding ticket from Wichita Municipal Court, and then he also is currently suspended only because of this Butler County case. So once he can resolve this Butler County case, he will then be valid once again on his driver's license. So another reason he's really wanting to try and get the case resolved, Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Patterson, how about this 2024 TR 1562 in Sedgwick County, when he was charged on December 5th of 2023 for driving while suspended, operating without liability insurance, and operating without registration or tag?
Judge, the driving record I ran was May 9, 2024. So if that's not on the Kansas Department of Revenue driver's license status, I don't have an explanation.
So those are probably still pending charges?
I have not looked at the portal at his previous history, Judge, so I don't have an explanation for that.
All right. Anything else before I pronounce the sentence?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Davis, where do you work? You said a preschool?
Oh, no, I'm not a preschool teacher anymore.
You said you're a nanny?
Yes, an in-house nanny.
You work for a family in Wichita?
I do, Your Honor.
How many children are in that house?
2.
How old are they?
14 month and 7, actually.
7 years?
Yes,
How do you get to work?
I get picked up
By whom?
by my boss.
The family you work for?
Mm-hmm.
You work every day of the week?
I don't know.
Just here and there?
Yes.
When exactly do you work?
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday.
And what do you get per month?
I would say I watch them from 8 to 12, and that's about 66, 12, 18, maybe like 300 a month. Just
How old
because
are
I
you?
don't.
This moment says it all. The judge presses Anthony about his income, rent, and nanny job, and the math simply doesn't add up. At 21, he's barely scraping by, essentially supported by his sister. It paints a picture of someone caught between struggle and avoidance, living without real accountability.
21, high school graduate,
Yes, some college.
some college. You live with, who do you live with?
And my sister, we share a house.
And what do you pay for rent for that?
Rent is $1,100.
Okay, well, if rent is $1,100 and you only make $300 a month, it sounds like she's paying the bulk of the bill.
Yeah, I pay utilities. She pays rent, I pay utilities.
So she's basically supporting you.
Yes.
And this nanny job is kind of what? You're spending money?
You could say so, yes.
Do you have any goals or ambitions in life?
I mean, yeah, I'm also an instructor at a Fun of a Kind business. That's a fitness place. I'm an instructor and I work there 3 days out of the week as well. So that's another income that I'm getting as well.
What's the name of the facility? And what do you make per month doing that?
I make $20 per session.
What's that come to a month?
I would say it varies just because you book on a website. So I would say anywhere from 200 to 400.
What do you have going on the website? What kind of website did you say you have?
I say it just varies. You book on the website. So say, for example, Monday I have 3 people booking, and then Thursday I have 5 or I have 1. It just varies on who attends on their own. Like I don't have a set, okay, I have 5 people this day, 5 people the next day.
Are they set customers or they just kind of come and go?
They come and go. Like how you would at a gym, buy
Okay.
your membership, and then
All right. So what's your goal, if any?
my goal in life.
Yeah.
My goal in life is to actually get out of Wichita and pursue my dreams in rather LA or Atlanta.
Well, what are your dreams there?
I'm a dancer,
Okay. Dancing.
choreographer.
All right. Well, what about driving around without insurance? Do you ever think about what would happen if you'd hit a family and injure them, and how you don't have any
I
insurance?
do. I think about that a lot, and I also think of the mindset if someone hits me, I hope they have insurance to be able to cover it as well. And I have told myself once I do get my license and I get everything back on, I will have all that. Just because I don't have my license currently at the moment, I have not been driving. So when it comes to all of that, like insurance and stuff, like I can't put insurance. I mean, there's insurance on my car now, but
Who
there's
pays
no
for
way I can
that?
drive it because I don't want to go to jail again because I'm driving on suspended.
So you have a car.
I do, yes.
What kind of car do you have?
I have a Ford Fusion.
A Ford Fusion. Do you make payments on that?
I do not.
Okay, so it's paid in full.
Yes.
You do have insurance on it,
Do I have insurance on it?
right?
Yes.
And do you pay an SR-22 to the state of Kansas?
I'm not for sure.
Okay, well, apparently you don't if you don't know what that is. And what about these charges in Sedgwick?
Finally, the judge cuts straight to the heart of it. What if you hit a family with no insurance? That's not just a fine, it's lives potentially shattered. Anthony admits he's thought about it, but thinking doesn't count when you're behind the wheel uninsured.
2024 TR case, are they still pending?
Yes, I actually go to court for my Sedgwick County one that you said earlier, my driving on suspended with the expired tag.
And no insurance.
Yes, I go July 3rd. I was actually there last month, but we're waiting on this case because, again, I have no license. So they were seeing if I could move forward with this case so that come my next case, July 3rd, I could get that handled with
You say they, who do you mean?
Sedgwick County.
Sedgwick County
Um,
judge, prosecutor, your attorney? Do you have an attorney?
yes, my attorney.
So you think it is important to have insurance when you drive a car on the highway?
I think it's very important. I think you should have insurance, your license, airbags working, everything.
Okay, all right. The minimum required fine for this charge is $300. I will follow the state's recommendation and impose that as well as $108 in court costs. When it comes to your attorney's fees, you tell me you're 21 years old, you look healthy, seem like you ought to be able to have gainful employment. You tell me you make $300 a month doing nannying 8 to 12 Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and you make variable income up to what did you say? 200 as the fitness instructor?
Yes, Your Honor.
A total of 500 a month. Well, I think you're probably capable of doing much more than 500, but I will take that into consideration that you don't make much more than that, and I will waive attorney fees.
Thank you.
It recommends 120 days in jail, but suspend that so you don't serve any time, and that you get a 6-month non-reporting probation. But frankly, sir, I think you need some accountability for a case that you've avoided for 2 years, failed to appear 2 days at least prior to today, 2 court hearings, plus all the times you failed to appear today. And I don't buy that your computer was acting up every time, because you seemed to step on the screen and be fine, and then you walked away.
Excuse me, Judge.
Yes?
Apologize for interrupting, but I believe Mr. Canfield had requested reporting in this case. Is that correct, Mr. Canfield?
That was the state's recommendation, yes.
There was 6 months reporting? Thank you, I did not hear that.
The sentence comes down: 30 days in jail, probation, and fines. It's firm but fair, a clear message from the judge that you can't keep playing games with the court. Actions have consequences, and now Anthony has to face them.
Before I decide that issue, you do have new charges pending, but I can't consider those because they're just charges at this point. Driving while suspended, no insurance, and no tag. But you do tell me your car's insured now, but that you don't drive it. I am going to order a 120-day sentence. If you report to probation as poorly as you have to court, probation will be worthless.
Oh, no, I'm up to date with my probation. I just got off not too long ago.
What'd you get off probation for?
I broke my diversion for petty theft for a year with Jerry Yates.
So you had diversion. Did you violate it and get put on probation? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I did, unfortunately.
Did you have to serve any time for any of that?
My attorney got me 14 days on house arrest because I wasn't qualified for jail at the moment.
What does that mean, you weren't qualified for jail at the moment?
I felt like I wasn't meant to be in jail at the time of that occurrence on the way I looked and stuff. So my judge let me get 14 days of house arrest. Preschool teacher at the time, Your Honor. So I couldn't just up and... But I'm real good on probation. Like, I'm real good on, like, going and reporting to my probation officer and stuff.
Of course, this is Butler County, and you can't just...
I know.
But I could transfer it to Sedgwick County.
Please, that would be wonderful on the simple fact that I'm so far away. And I'm already struggling with transportation.
When's your court date? July 3rd?
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, I lied. It's actually the 6th of July at 8:30.
After Independence Day.
Your Honor, I believe July 6th is a Saturday.
Well, it says it on this little paper right here. It says your case is set for dispo on 7/6/24 at 8 a.m. Appear on the first floor in traffic court.
Is that Sedgwick County or City of Wichita?
Oh, City of Wichita, I believe, because I'm pretty sure it's a black building. But yeah, it says July 6th.
I'm going to order that you report to the Butler County Jail by 5 p.m. today that you serve 30 days in jail and then report for the balance of 6 months to court services for reporting probation. All standard conditions will apply, which includes a $30 fine, $108 court costs, and $60 supervision fee. How soon can you pay $468?
And Your Honor, that was a $300 fine, correct?
$300 fine, 108 court costs, $60. Did I add that wrong?
I
468?
believe the court just said a $30 fine. I just
Oh, thank you. You were just catching my, okay. So I'm going to let court services and you decide how you're going to pay that. And I'm going to order, if as long as your other court will accept it, that you be allowed to report by Zoom. But if they don't accept Zoom, then I can't help you on that. But
Okay.
I just don't think I don't think
Yeah,
you're doing this.
I am, Your Honor. It's just my phone was messing up today. As you can see, I logged in so many times that I did not hear you call my name once. If I would have heard you call my name, I would have either raised my hand or I would have said something. But I promise I was not playing with your time on the simple fact that I know you're tired of this. I'm tired of this.
Even if you take today aside, you've got such a history that you don't show up when you're supposed to. You don't do what you're supposed to. You yourself told me about this violation of diversion that resulted in a probation because the diversion was revoked. It's not just the one thing though. It's the combination of all the factors since 2022. So that is the order of the court. And if you can't get someone to drive you over there, I will have the officers go pick you up on a warrant. And that will be a violation of your probation if you don't report today. So you could end up serving 120 days.
Okay, so I need to report today to jail for 30 days?
Yes.
Judge,
Yes.
is there a reinstatement fee of the license?
Yes. And because you didn't take care of this and come to court, the Department of Revenue assessed 122, was it, suspension fee? So I'm going to order that as part of your probation payment too, so that you truly can get your license reinstated at some point. I can't have you driving without being responsible, and it doesn't look to me like you're responsible with very much of anything, based on the fact
I very am responsible, Your Honor. It's just me going to, like, if I was to go to jail now, that 30 days would go by and I feel like I would be right at point A because one, that's 30 days of missing work. That's me losing job. That's me not being able to pay for my court fees. That's not me being able to pay for rent. Like, I feel like me being at point C, I'm right back at point A.
Well, I could have you just do 120 days and no probation, and then you wouldn't have to worry about those things. This case could close.
No, I don't want to do that, Your Honor.
All right, then you'd be here at 5 o'clock today, or you'll be in violation of your probation.
As in Butler or Cedric?
As in Butler.
This is the emotional plea. Anthony insists jail will cost him his job, his rent, his future, and for a moment, you almost feel for him. But the judge isn't swayed. After 2 years of dodging responsibility, it's simply too little, too late.
And if I had a security officer here, I'd have him tell you the address. Somebody needs to tell him the address to report to. Mr. Canfield, what's the address for the Butler County Center Judicial, or the jail? They call it something else, but
Just a moment, Your Honor.
it's on Stone Road, but I don't recall the exact number.
30 days is crazy.
Well, 120 might be crazy too. We can do that. Do I need to send the sheriff to pick you up?
You don't.
You know I will if you don't show up, right?
I know.
Nope. All right. Anything else from anyone?
No.
So, Your Honor, just for clarity, the court is ordering a 120-day underlying with a 30-day sanction and a 6-month probation after release of that 30 days.
That is correct.
Thank you. Nothing further.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
Go ahead, Mr. Canfield.
That is a 120-day underlying jail sentence with a 30-day jail sanction to begin today. And once released from that 30 days, a 6-month reporting probation with the Butler County Court Services.
And that is correct. Plus the costs and fees. Okay, nothing further?
Judge, just last thing, I want to make sure he writes this down. His court date in Sedgwick County is
Yes.
July 8th at 8:30 a.m.
Cal, I'm in jail.
It's a Monday morning, July 8th. You'll be out of jail by then.
And Mr. Canfield, will you put in the journal entry that that date so Butler County can make him available if the Sedgwick or Wichita case will accept him by Zoom so he doesn't have a failure to appear?
I will, Your Honor.
Mr. Patterson, you confirmed the date. Did you by chance confirm which court?
It is the Sedgwick County District Court, the light blue building downtown.
Okay. And that would be consistent with what I saw on the Odyssey a while ago, that it was Sedgwick County. But all right, anything else?
Clerks,
I'll be on suicide watch.
fee.
I'm sorry, Mr. Canfield.
What was the amount of that reinstatement fee?
122.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Okay. All right, Mr. Davis, don't make things worse by not being there at 5 today.
Do they have suicide watch there?
Are you feeling suicidal?
I am. If I'm going to be in jail for 30 days, the way I look, I feel like my life is threatened. So yes, I am. I will be on suicide watch there.
We will make note of that. And I'm just going to issue a warrant to have the officers pick you up if you think that you might be a harm to yourself, or at least have the officers come talk to you about that. You gave me your address a while ago. What was it again?
East Stratford Court.
The most shocking turn comes when Anthony says he feels suicidal over a 30-day jail sentence. Instantly, the courtroom shifts from frustration to concern. The judge orders suicide watch, and just like that, the case stops being about traffic violations and becomes about a young man's mental health.